So this amp came out, like I said, about 3 years ago. In the U.S. market, we were number 8. I joined the company 4 years ago. We were number 8 in the marketplace in the U.S. and the U.K. We came out with this series, and we went within 9 months of its introduction. We went from number 8 to number 2 in the marketplace, and we've kind of been holding that position. And it's been very popular. It's been a great amplifier for us. And along that same lines, people were saying, "Can you have like a louder version I can go jam with?" I mean, that sounds good, but if you want to go play with your friends and have a drummer, you know, drummers are pretty loud. You guys are. I know you're out there. So we made an amp that's actually, it's 100 watts. There's a 100-watt version back here. It's also a 150-watt version. Again, it's stereo. And it has a unique feature, two unique features. It does all the same kind of stuff as this, but it has a looper.
Budaya dan Warisan Kebangsaan Aswara Agency di bawah
No problem.
Kementerian dan Kebudayaan Malaysia menawarkan program peringkat asasi.
I'm outraged. I can't believe this. I'm going to go home right now.
Sorry.
No. Actually, you know, there was a story in the U.S. A couple years ago. There was a guy with an iPhone at a symphony concert, and it went off in the middle of the concert. And the conductor actually just stopped the orchestra, and the whole group started. And it was a symphony hall, and it just stopped. This guy, and he's sitting there with the phone going off. And what it was, he just got the iPhone that day, and had an alarm set on it. But the alarm, even when it's silenced, the alarm still works. He didn't know that. So can you imagine sitting there, and all of a sudden the orchestra stops, the whole auditorium just comes, and you're looking at this guy going, he's going, no! That's very bad. What's the reverse of bagus? What's the bahasa? How do you say it really bad? No bagus? No, okay. Well, anyway, it was really horrible. So, hey, it's all good. We're friends, right? We're family. I mean, you're the boss. You know? You can do whatever you do, but no dancing. So here, this is the amp right here. So, again, it's 150 watts. It comes with a 2-button foot switch. And the foot switch is kind of cool because it does the usual kind of, you know, the channel switching thing that all amps do. It does that, but it also does the looper. And for the guys what a looper, in case you're wondering what a looper is like a little recording device, and it gives you a certain amount of time, and it just keeps on playing the same thing over and over again. So if you're jamming at home, it's kind of a cool way to come up with an idea, keep playing it over and over again, and you can layer different tracks. And you can also create different sounds. So as I create like one looper sound, I can also have another looper sound, a different tone, like maybe an overdrive or a bass or whatever. So the other feature that the amp has that's kind of cool that I really like is it has an Octaver. And the Octaver, what's important about that is it kind of gives you kind of those kind of keyboardy, kind of real singy kind of sounds, but it also gives you bass, kind of a pseudo bass for doing a loop. Okay, so here's the amp just kind of by itself. So if you guys can't see it in the back there, it's got a 2-button foot switch. The A is the start of the loop. The B stops the thing. Okay, and I can also stop the recording process so that it keeps on going, and I can play over it without recording my little jam thing. Or I can hit it again and record another little track. Okay, and then if I want to erase it, I simply hold that button down for 3 seconds, and it gets rid of the loop. It gets rid of the sound. Okay, so let me give an example. So let me see. So kind of like just quick little quick like. Oh, hang on, I got a previous loop here. I want to erase that. It's erased. Again, A is the start, and then I stop again. It's a miracle. So I'm going to add like maybe a little bass part. If I make a mistake, like I just did, I can go back and erase that. So let me put my bass part back on. I can record it. want to stop it, like that. By the way, music guys here, music majors, theory guys, any theory people? Right, okay. James Bond chord. It's a special chord. When you hear it, you go, oh yeah, James Bond. Right? I mean, how many songs in the world are there? I can only think of a couple actually where I hear the one chord and I go, oh, it's James Bond, right? You're the jazz guy. So it's called an E minor major 9. Think about that one. E minor major 9. It's like, what the heck is that? But check it out. So it doesn't exist normally. It never exists in music by itself. It's always like what they call a passing chord. You guys know passing? You music majors know this. So if you're doing like the Latin stuff, especially where it goes that kind of Latin sort of are big in Brazil, big in Malaysia. Okay. It's actually the second chord. It's that chord. It's that kind of chord. That's what it is. So everyone's going, what? It's kind of a weird thing because you don't hear it as that chord. You always hear it moving, never as. So when you hear it like that, it sounds very unique, and you go, "Oh, it's James Bond." The other one I think is the Beatles chord. The "It's been a hard day's night." Never mind. Okay. So I'm gonna go back. So let's say I'm sick of that song. I hate that song, and I want to change it. I'm at home, so I simply hold down the B button, and now it's erased. And if I want to record something else, I can do like a sound here, like that. Octaver. Turn the recording. Okay, I got my little jam thing happening. I can play along with that. I turn the recording off. I can play. I can add something else, another layer. I was recording my solo, sorry. Again, I can go back, right? I made a mistake. I make lots of mistakes. I can go back that one layer. Re-record my... Turn off the record. Cool. And good night. So, that's the has a looper, has the octave, and the octave is kind of cool because it does. Here's the octave real quick here. So you add the bass part. It goes down an octave, or it goes up an octave. Kind of that sort of kind of cool. Capathany, right? Polyphonic. It tracks great. Anyway, so pretty cool. Yes, sir.
How long does the looper can record?
I love that question. It happens every time. 30 seconds. 30 seconds long, which is quite a long time in musical terms, especially if you're playing a gig. It seems like forever. And so it's 30 seconds. And it's also infinite layers. You have as many layers as you want. You can go on just for as much as the guys in the band knock you on the head. Ask you to stop doing that. But yeah, if you're working at home, the Octaver thing, at first I didn't understand how cool that was to have the Octaver, because it gives you the bass ability, kind of be able to track the bass part, and also kind of more keyboard things. We good? Yes, sir.
Is there any built-in drum machine?
Drum?
Drum machine.
No, no drum kit. You gotta hire a drummer, I'm afraid. I mean, you can't put those poor guys out of work, man. You gotta. I mean, you could kind of, I guess, probably put an audio in there. You could loop maybe from your phone or something, but there's no drum machine per se. Because the problem typically with drum machines is after a while you get really sick of that drum machine. That one kind of, after a while, it's like, so get a real drummer. They're much better most of the time, as long as they show up. Any questions about that anymore? You guys, that sounds good. One last question. Yes.
Hi sir, I just want to ask, do you have a foot switch to control the Octaver?
Control the Octaver?
Yeah. Do you have a foot switch for it, or you need to press it?
Well, it comes with the 2-button foot switch, which gives you the looper control. Okay. Also, it controls the presets. So I could actually have a preset that had the Octaver turned on. For example, like this one right here. The way this thing works, the way the foot switch works, again, it's the looper, it's your start and stop for the looper. If you hold down both buttons at the same time for like 3 seconds, it reverts to like a channel switching thing, like a normal amplifier. And you could have 6 presets. It gives you like 1 and 2 of the 3 banks of presets. So it's a real simple way of using it. So 6 presets. So for example, I hold this down, 3 seconds. Now it's in the preset mode. So if I hit the switch, it goes. If I want to go back to the looper, if I'm jamming, maybe let's say you're playing a gig and you don't care about a looper, you just want to play. It's got 6 presets on here. You can also, there's another foot switch you can add to this. And if you use the other one, it gives you like 36 presets, built-in tuner, more controls. But for playing at home, this is an easy way to use it. Just, if I want to go back to the looper, I simply go like this, and it goes back to the looper. And in case you're wondering how you can tell the difference, on the amplifier, it actually tells you on the panel. If you guys probably can't see this, again, we're finished with this whole thing. If you want to come up and check it out, you can see all this stuff. But on the panel itself, there's the, there again. There's all these lights right here. And when it goes to the preset mode, they all just flash at you for a second to tell you're in the preset mode. When you're in the looper mode, it goes like a looper, so you know which one's which. Originally, when we designed the amplifier, the engineers had the brilliant idea of not really, they thought, who cares about the lights? They'll figure it out. And I said, no, you have to know which mode you're in. So we designed that actually into the software. It tells you on the panel where you are in the amp. Okay, and again, it has a tuner, it has all the recording outputs, everything that does, but it's a lot louder. It has the looper, it has the Octaver. Somebody else say? Oh, this guy. Jay Hayes, Blackstar UK, visiting KL. I want to thank everybody at CK Music for having me. Had a great time, really wonderful crowd tonight. Probably the best clinic ever, and had a great time. Again, check out CK Music and Blackstar. Terima kasih and jumpa lagi.